All right, we are live. Hey everyone. Oh, that's loud. Sorry about that. It is Monday with GodFidence.
Yes, the
Now I can really,
26.
now I can really hear the speakers. I mean the microphone. Can you?
Now you got me sitting in the dark. Yeah,
Let me see.
I was, wasn't bad then.
Okay.
It's okay. No, we good.
Okay.
We,
What's going on, everybody?
our broadcast is going to improve drastically next week.
Oh,
So we
you think we're gonna be
investing.
ready by next week?
I think so. I think we'll be ready when he leaves here.
Well, so what we're referring to, we are getting ready for our podcast. And hey, Gwen, and we are going to be making some modifications. I don't know if it's going to be slowly or a cut and even cut over, but this kitchen atmosphere, which is actually I think, it's going to be. We're going to change this up some so that you guys get a different vibe, and we're going to set it all up. It's going to be really nice. Today, you got a word today before we start.
Oh yes.
Okay.
Just looking at this being out and going around and visiting different places, different people,
which we've done a lot of.
In and out of hotels, in and out of restaurants, in and out of businesses, in and out of church and everywhere. And I'm missing a component in life that's vital. And I'll say this. Over the weekend, I'm not going to talk about my entire weekend, but do that in a minute.
Okay.
But on Saturday, I came to marry our grandson, Keiston.
I don't know. Okay, I got grandkids.
Anyway,
I didn't know about that. Go ahead.
Our grandkid, Keiston and Michaela. And the one thing, I had written a marriage ceremony book, and I do have it. I should have brought downstairs with me and shown it.
Sure, yeah.
And so, but I felt compelled to talk about something else. And what I talk about is this missing component, love. That not just love between you and I, or love between in a relationship, or whether it's marriage or whether it's dating, and love with siblings and love with family.
Oh, yes.
It's just a big part of missing, because I was reading in 1 Corinthians 13 where it said, love is not puffed up, love is not prideful, love don't gloat, rejoice in evil, and don't care to count. And I was thinking, most love relationships that I've come in contact with, a lot I've come in contact with, they have a debit and credit account. Because love don't keep debit nor credit.
Yeah.
It's not a withdrawal or debit. So, and I just think this just need to be more love shown with each other, with our kids, in our everyday life. Love should consume us. I mean, the world is bearing down and forcing their. Let me something I wrote this down. As a matter of fact, I did. Michael Johnson's mother homegoing, and I just happened to be looking at my notes today, and I wrote something down to talk about her and talk about the situation we're in. Love is the greatest gift one can possess. I call it. I find something better. I find something better, and you can always find people that are hateful, evil, full of unforgiveness, envy, bitterness, jealousy, evil, resentment, and the list goes on. But then it stopped and it said, the love never fails. 13:8 said, love never fails. So whatever circumstance and situation we're in, love never fails. And that's why God didn't fail us by sending Jesus, because he so loved us, he gave us Jesus. So Jesus' love for us, it wouldn't let us fall for sin. We didn't have to stay in sin. We didn't have to stay in bondage of feeling unforgiveness, unworthy, unforgiven. But that love covered a multitude of sin, wiped out away with all our sins. Romans 5:5 says, now hope does not disappoint, because listen, love does not disappoint. Because what? Because what? The love of God has been poured out in our hearts by the Holy Spirit and given to us. So it's been given to us, but we have to exercise it. It's been freely given to us, but we have to want to exercise it to show people develop love muscles. I said develop love muscles. So we need to develop some love muscles. And Corinthians 5:8 says, Romans 5:8 says, God demonstrated his own love toward us. That while we was yet sinners, he didn't wait till we did right. He didn't wait till we make up our mind to do something good. He said, while we were still sinners, yet sinners, Christ died for the ungodly. Now that's love demonstrated. And that's the love I want to show to you and everybody else. There's different degrees of love, but I would like to show that love to everybody I meet. And I try to do that. I really do. I'm conscious of it, because that's why I say love and kindness.
Always in season.
Love and kindness.
Always in season.
Always in season.
Yeah, you were just saying that. I was thinking about Pastor George Matthews on Sunday. What an awesome message. So if you are a world changer or not a world changer, you should go back to worldchangers.org and watch the broadcast from yesterday. He talked about some things around unexplained favor, but he also touched just a tad bit on, children. And, sometimes from the, especially pastors, we look at or others on the outside looking in, look at the kids, and they just think, oh, they got such a great, great, great family, and they never have anything going on. Well, that's just absolutely not true. And even in our own family, we found some, things that our kids can work on. And there's sibling rivalry. That's sibling rivalry on with your my bonus kids, my biological kids from David and myself. And so then I think about even in my own family, other areas, my brothers, and just as I've talked to other people, just the sibling going back and forth. And I'm so grateful, you guys, that Vera, my sister, Jennifer, Vera, and Fat, and Linda, and Chris, and Trey. These are all siblings, brothers and sisters, that we get a chance to experience love and watch these siblings. This here, y'all. I am looking at the camera. I feel like I'm on the wrong side of it, but I get a chance to witness real love from siblings. And so I want our kids to get it right. I want them to have generational love.
Right. I didn't tell you this, but I talked to Chris Saturday.
Chris's brother. My
brother Chris. And I told him, I said, man, I was just telling somebody else how much I love all my brothers and sisters. And I don't mind being alone with one of them or being together with all of them at the same time.
For real, you guys.
We rejoice, And he said, we ain't always agreed. He's our biggest thing with that sibling rivalry, because I was just you, my big brother, and I just want a rivalry. Right. He said, now, you don't want to check me. Yeah. He said, couldn't nobody else check me, but you could check me. Right. He said, and the tension we had between each other was sibling rivalry. But ain't nobody going to mess with you, and ain't nobody going to mess with me, because we know you're going to be to the rescue. Yeah. And, it's just, and it feels so good that I can call them and talk about anything I want to, and I won't be judged. And it's a great feeling.
Yeah. But I want my prayer is that we have generational love between our siblings, amongst in our families, in our friends' families, your families, those that are listening here. Because it's nothing more to watch a family like Fuller has a whole host of siblings, and then we see that something happens and it breaks.
And the next generation
don't get it right. And I'm talking that we had this conversation. On the past Sunday on Father's Day, we had this conversation. I have it all the time with Austin and Paige that, love never fails. All you have
is each other.
Is each other. Right. And so,
and if you can't demonstrate your love with your sibling or with your spouse or with your sibling, how can you going to demonstrate it in the world?
No. So
he said, love those that despitefully use you. You can't love the one that live in the house with you.
Did y'all hear Fuller say developing love muscle? I ain't never heard that before. And so we all need to continue. And in fact, we don't get it perfect on this end either. I know people talk to us and they're like, oh my gosh, you Fuller just so happy. But they don't see behind the scenes, which nobody would ever get a chance to see. because we don't see it at the time, when it's coming, that small little argument or that small disagreement. But I decided that I'm not going to be upset,
right,
because I don't know how long life will afford us to have the time that we have together.
yeah.
So I choose not to make a big deal out of things that, even though they are big deals, for the small fox, I guess.
I choose to love today because I can't do nothing about yesterday.
Can't do it.
I can't do nothing about tomorrow,
Mm.
but I can control right now,
Yeah.
and I choose. Because see, when I'm talking about developing a love muscle, you can't download it, you can't Google it,
Yeah.
and you can't order from Amazon.
Yeah.
It's something that you have to do. It's like I want muscles, a flat stomach, and all that,
Yeah.
but it ain't gonna come from me just talking about it.
Yeah.
We have to exercise it. That's what I'm saying. To develop those muscles, we have to. Love and kindness are always in season. And if we cut off right now, I don't say everything that we need to say, because we have been so forgiven by God. And I've done some things that only Jesus will know. And I ain't telling nobody. I don't care how much I love you. I ain't telling you.
Yeah.
And he forgave me for that.
Yeah.
And some of you have not done some of the things I've done, but you got some bad thoughts, some evil, wicked,
and it come out outside of church and in church.
Thoughts. And you may not express it, but you need to be forgiven for that. So God has made a plan for us.
Yeah.
Made a plan for you that you are forgiven. So, just choose, because life is too short. Yesterday I was 20. Last week last month I was 20. A few days later I was 30. A few days later I was 40, 50, 60.
Yeah, and it's like, so what has happened?
That's
time.
Right. Yeah.
It keeps moving. And I just refuse now in this life.
Just 3 years ago, it looked like Austin and Paige were still, they weren't little kids, but they were that mid stage. And now they're grown.
I know. I went to work today. I took Austin. They had this tour for the kids of the Warner Brothers Discovery employees, that they could bring a child and they could take tour of the studios. And so I ran into one of my coworkers that I ain't seen in probably 3 years. She brought her daughter. Her daughter, Kate, she was a baby. And I saw her today. She's 13. I was like, oh my God. And I could call her name by name, because we had talked so much about the kids. But the one thing I want to say, babe, and time does go by so fast, but when you see people that are in leadership roles and they've got kids, and kids go astray or they do something different, or you see them acting a certain way, that ain't always a reflection of the parent.
No, it's not.
Because I'm telling Austin sometimes,
9 out of 10 times it's not.
when you go someplace with me, you can't dress like that. No. So when people even see them, or they got, whatever going on, I'm thinking like, Lord help my kids. This is not a product of me. Sometimes it is. Sometimes not. So, baby, we gonna thank you for that word on love. What else you got?
Well, it just means so much to me, and so important to enjoy your life and enjoy. And you can't enjoy it if you have unforgiveness against someone, they own you. Oof. They control you. You're a slave to them, because most of your thoughts is concerning what you're gonna do. Yeah. I remember my late wife Jean. I would do something crazy, and she would do something, and I would think, when I get home today, I'm gonna tell her my mind. And all day long, all I thought about was what? Get even. Just getting even. I'm gonna get her. I'm a grown man. Just think she talking to her. I'm a black man at that. Yada yada. Because we act different. I'm not gonna say you SLB. No, I'm gonna say you son of a. That's what the folks say. Like, you son of a. And no, we're gonna say summer. You are summer. Well, just straight talk. This grown folks show. It's for Christian, not for religious folks.
Yeah.
But I just want to see us demonstrate more love. Okay. Hey, listen to me. Let's start today. You can start today. It don't take much. Just the
little things. Yeah. Just let the little things go. Let me tell you something.
It's elementary.
Right. As Fuller was just saying this, y'all, we don't have a script. a lot of this stuff is unplanned. So we got a piece of paper with stuff on it we want to talk about. Fuller got a piece.
She does.
But we did not even plan this conversation. So, but I'm just, I thought about when you just said Gene would do something, and then you would be thinking about, I'm going to give her a piece of my mind. You guys know, I have never seen Fuller make that expression like that and say, I'm going to give her a piece of my mind. I cannot imagine Fuller being in the car because his personality now is not that. He don't do so. When he talked about early on and many other,
I'm gonna save his time, of course. Now,
but I'm just saying. But when he talked about the times before, we just want better, so we have to do better.
Yeah,
we gotta want better.
Right.
I want better than my best, greater than my greatest. And then I saw Doc Layton on here, and I said, you know what? It's time for us to have a touch up. A checkup with Dr. Layton.
With Dr. Layton. Yeah,
we
gotta go and sit on the couch.
Let them talk. So can you text us your availability? Because we're about to hit this podcast, plan that's coming up very soon. So all of this is going to change. We still, in our kitchen, doing this live, but all of that's going to change. We're going to redo
our
broadcast.
Shout outs.
Yeah. So go ahead, baby. You can do some shout outs.
I saw Pastor Eric Hines. I saw Pastor for Honda Fuller Whitaker.
Emily.
Emily, go ahead.
And Doc Layton, my sister, Fat. Her name is Lelia, you guys.
Johnson.
But Fat. Gail, what's up, Gail? And look, Dr. Layton talking about love you. No, Dr. Layton, no thank you, Dr. Layton. No love you. We need some dates, Dr. Layton. With some thank yous and some love yous.
Help, Doc.
Yeah, and maybe we get Pastor George Matthews on here.
Oh, sure, yeah. George, be glad to come.
Yeah, that was a great experience.
That's my friend.
So, baby, real quick, what time is it? It's 6:16.
Yeah.
So, can I go through?
Go ahead.
So, here in the order of these are our Sunday and our GodFidence announcements. Everyone, no, I'm just kidding. So, you guys.
That was good.
Look, we've had a busy week. So I know that, you guys, when we talk about just our lives, it is super busy. But when we're talking about love definitely never fails. Fuller demonstrated for me, he does it all the time. But today, this weekend, hey, Andrea and Alicia, but demonstration of love was made very evident for me this weekend when Fuller talked about me in the past. He's like, darling, I do not know how as a single woman you were able to maneuver. Hey, Treese, how you were able to be a single mother with all the stuff I had going on. So I'm gonna give you guys an example of just this week, starting with Thursday. I traveled to Vegas. Fuller was gonna go with me to Vegas. However, he had his tooth pulled. Was that
Wednesday?
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
And so he had one of his back wisdom kind of
broke my tooth.
Yeah, he was eating something that he made. No, it was something that I don't know.
Trying to pause me. He's
like, something fell out on the counter. I was like, what is that? His tooth cracked and fell on the counter. So so then on Thursday though, I traveled to Vegas, and so it actually kind of worked out because I knew that Austin had a swim meet in Columbus, Georgia. And I was like, hey, what are we going to do about this swim meet? And so now look, Fuller has not had teenage kids in forever.
That's right.
30, 40 years. So I said, but baby, I'm really going to need you because I'm going to go to Vegas. I could ask Austin to ride with, somebody from the swim team, but he's 18. He don't need to be riding. So anyway, Friday, Fuller agreed to get off from work early. Take Austin, who has to be at every swim meet, like 2 hours early. He kind of like his mama. But Fuller drove to Columbus, Georgia. I booked the hotel in Columbus. Fuller got a share room with Austin. Fuller don't share no room. Nobody except his wife. Then with Jean, late wife Jane, and now me. But that's it. Fuller don't share no room. But he got a share room with Austin. And so, but that worked out. You ran into somebody. And,
God showed me favor. I ran into somebody at a World Changers at the hotel, and the room wasn't ready. So we went out and ate, came back. She said, I'll upgrade you to a suite. So he had a room, and I had a room.
That's not what she said.
What she said?
She said, Hey Bishop
Oh,
Fuller.
right. Right.
Hey, Bishop, I'm telling you guys, this man right here, every time we go somewhere, people know him or they are from Griffin. I promise you that. Everybody, Vera, Fat. Every time we go somewhere, everybody know Fuller, or
no
it is
where.
somebody from Griffin, and I promise you,
Paris,
I do not know.
no matter where,
in another country,
London, anywhere.
They know him. Then Fuller stays with Austin. I'm in Vegas doing my Legal Shield business stuff, and then Friday is the swim meet. You've driven up there Friday, and then they stay. They go to the swim meet later that afternoon. So then Saturday morning, I'm still in Vegas, of course. Fuller has to drive back to Atlanta, home. He drives back home, only to have to go to now Locust Grove. His grandson, our grandson,
another 45 minutes away.
45 minutes away, and get changed because his grandson, Keiston and Michaela, are getting married, and they're getting married at her parents' house, and they got it set up, wedding style and all
really
that.
Nice.
So Fuller performed the wedding ceremony. So now he's operating in two roles, one as father, grandfather, and as a pastor. So as soon as he finishes with the wedding, you have to come back here and change.
4 generations of Fullers there too.
Oh yeah, so you got Fuller, Fuller's son Chico, Chico's son Keiston is getting married. Keiston is holding his own son, which is what can I remember baby name? Cam. There was 4 of them in the picture. It was so beautiful, you guys. I was like, look at the 4 generations of big head Fullers. So that was fun. And so we did that. So Fuller then has to drive all the way back, you guys, to Columbus, Georgia. From the wedding he did, then he got to drive back to Columbus. Then he got to get back up that Sunday morning. Is it Sunday now? Mm-hmm. Sunday morning. Go to the swim meet earlier that day, and then they drive back from the swim meet.
And beat the storm.
And
barely
beat the storm. Did y'all have a storm where y'all were? Those that are in Georgia? It stormed here. The lights went out.
About 4 hours.
Yeah, some of our tree limbs in the backyard are down. I'm like, what? I mean, I just all of a sudden, it went from sunny outside to dark. Okay, so look, we got 8 minutes, babe, or 8 minutes. So we covered all that. So I took a red eye home on Saturday night to Sunday morning, which landed at about 4:45 a.m. That doggone Paige, y'all, she didn't think I was going to ask her to come get me from the airport. Paige was like, no, Mama, how you going to get home? I said, you're going to come get me. Mom, it's 4:45 in the morning. I said, you remember that $40 you asked me for, Paige? Hey, Paulina Simpson, what's up? Shout out to you. And stormed to Tennessee also. Wow. Deborah Hall and D. Wyatt, Alicia. Jennifer, what's going on, Jennifer? What's up, Wante? Look here, y'all. I'm going to tell y'all a secret. Don't tell nobody. I know about the affair that Wante Ezel and Kenneth Fuller have. That is his girlfriend, you guys. That is his other woman. So if she try to say something on here, I know I got you, Wante Ezel. That's his other woman, y'all. That's his girlfriend. So anywho, so take the red eye. Paige comes, gets me. It's about 5:30. I get back home. I know that I wanted to go to service on Sunday at my church because I hadn't been. We missed the Sunday before.
Yeah, we've been out preaching.
Fuller spoke in Griffin the Sunday before, so I had to get my behind on up and get to church on Sunday. And then because I knew Greg Matthews was ministering. Fuller had already given my marching orders. I better go back in the back and say hi to George Matthews, even though I was like, oh, why I gotta go? He was like, no, go on in the back in the green room, speak to George Matthews, and then, but our boy. First of all, let me say happy birthday, late belated birthday from yesterday to Ann Terry.
Happy birthday, Ann.
Yeah.
God bless you.
Yes, and then our buddy Jeffrey Glover, Pastor Jeffrey Glover, Jay Glover, as Fuller would call him. He had a birthday as well yesterday, but he was also, celebrating some other things that he's got going on professionally. Right. And so, but I got a chance to go out to is that what? Oh, that's Henry County, right? Yeah. Out there to his church, right? Spend lunch and then do the celebration stuff with them. Then I went and go saw my mom, and I rushed home, and then my baby was at the house. And y'all know what Fuller was doing? Out, sleep.
1, 2, 3,
Rest.
out.
Look, this thing right here. Let me show y'all. Did Wante Ezel say that's right? Isn't that just like a girlfriend be trying to check the wife? Like, oh, you didn't know? Yes. Okay, Wante, I know that that's your man.
You remember when we was began to tell people that we was dating? You know, we called one thing. I remember, I remember exactly where we were. We were on Highway 85, and I said, I started dating. She said, whoa. She said, I told her that, you know,
he was laughing.
And so she said, now, she told Q, said, don't get it twisted, man. I'm his girlfriend. I was girlfriend when you came. I'm gonna be his girlfriend now.
After you.
And after that.
Now and after you. I said, look here, y'all. Look, I'm a joke on Wante. Wante called the house. No, not the house. Wante, I'll call Wante. It may be, maybe she may pick up. She may pick up. And most times she pick up. And then I look over, and then maybe about an hour later, she got something just in her mind. She got to run by Full. So she calling on her phone. I get the phone. Full, give me the doggone. Is that Wante? Wante, look here. I know you are not calling Fuller, and I just got through trying to reach you. I'm telling y'all, it's so fun and having fun. Some things just enjoy life. You know, I enjoy it.
I said most Christians would say that about a girlfriend or a boyfriend or whatever. Yeah. You know, they so doggone, so deep.
Yeah.
Love
and happiness. Yes. Wante has taken care of us. She did the wedding of the century.
Yes.
She did an absolutely great job. She turned around and did my birthday party, my 40th birthday party.
Right.
My 40th birthday party. And she also did Austin's graduation. I'm telling you, it was amazing. My girl, don't y'all call Wante about doing no wedding or no parties. Because she's going to be like, I only did that for my buddies. So, but you guys, look, we had a great weekend, a long weekend. Doc Layton, look, don't forget to write us.
We don't own the rights of this music.
Don't own the rights of this music.
No, we don't.
But this is one of our songs for this broadcast. What song is that, babe? Is that Love and Happiness? Come on, y'all. Woo! It's 4th of July, y'all. Next week. Monday.
Hey, don't forget about the homecoming. Grace Life at World Changes, the 13th through the 15th. Don't forget about it. Be there, show up. We're looking to have about 10,000 people there. So we got something for everybody from all ages. So I'm sure you will enjoy it and find some enlightenment, and you'll find somebody to love there. So don't forget that on July the 5th on Wednesday night Bible study. I'll be doing the Bible study. So tune in. You don't want to miss. I got a word for you. So
did you say you'll find somebody to love there at church?
They'll find somebody to love. That's why they need to be looking for it. They got to get love muscles.
Come on, you single ladies and men.
Demonstrated that love. You see, your mind somewhere else. My mind was just a mind. You know.
Come on, baby.
Help her, y'all.
Y'all notice we got the same clothes. I didn't know it. I came home from work and I had on my blouse. And Fuller comes showing up. He trying to act like old married, but not old. We trying to act like married folks, right? Same color on. Y'all see that love?
Thanks for tuning in. See you next Monday. We'll be here.
All right, you guys.
Special guest on.
Special guest. And then we got some other things lined up. Hey, Andrea Ramsey. We out, y'all. Deborah Hall, what's going on, y'all? Gail Hamilton. Y'all dancing? Can we get some hearts? Can we get some love? Boom, boom. Y'all stay tuned next week. We are having GodFidence on Monday. Love and happiness. Holla, y'all. Hey, Tamala. See y'all. Till next week.